As India moves towards becoming a trillion-dollar bioeconomy, biotechnology is no longer about labs. It's more about jobs, innovation, research, healthcare facilities, and sustainability. And you know what? To make this vision a reality, we need industry leaders, experts. And to make this vision a reality again, we have a very special guest with us, Dr. Debjani Dasgupta, who is also the director of School of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics at DY Patil Deemed to be University. Please put your hands together to please welcoming her. Hello and welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fine and I'm very excited as you are, to answer questions
Yeah.
of students and youngsters.
It's a pleasure to have you with us today on a very, very special podcast or a show, I would rather say, because this conversation, ma'am, is very necessary for students who are trying to build a future, or I should rather say a career for their future opportunities and, make a sustainable lifestyle.
Yes.
Because when we talk about bioeconomy, biotechnology, they don't really see an opportunity in making a career. Somewhere they can relate it, they can feel inspired by it, somewhere they can feel motivated, maybe their interest is there, but career, can this be really made? I would want you to please answer this.
So if you're relating careers to bioeconomy, I would say yes, yes, and a yes. Okay.
A big
Because India is, specially poised for a fantastic thriving bioeconomy.
Okay.
So what does it mean? Bioeconomy,
Yes.
when we say, what
Yes.
does it mean? When you use biological resources to create sustainable solutions,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
There are sustainable processes, biological processes, and finally sustainable products. Yeah, we have damaged our earth enough.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so now we want sustainable solutions, right?
I get it.
And so the bioeconomy is very important to the whole world and especially to India, because now we are poised to be the global leaders. And we are thinking, India is aspiring to be a $300 billion economy,
Yes,
bioeconomy,
yes, yes.
in the next few years, right? So till 2050, I would say, this is going to be the sunrise industry.
Beautiful.
And we will need lots and lots of people to come join the workforce.
Yes.
Yeah, join the academics, then equip themselves to join the industry,
Yeah.
and help the nation achieve the goals of bioeconomy.
So true. We just had a conversation about how is it going to shape the future of India and how is it playing the role to, in terms of growth. But in terms of education, because coming from you, how are universities, ma'am, playing a key role in training students or creating an awareness, most importantly, because what is lacking is awareness. So how are universities playing their role in creating that algorithm for students?
Yes. So students are really not aware of the possibilities
Yeah, yeah.
in biotechnology, and we also have, along with biotechnology, we speak the language of bioinformatics, which is a very important and a parallel to biotechnology.
Okay.
They are supporting each other.
All right.
You cannot do good biotechnology
Without
without bioinformatics.
Yes.
And at the School of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics, we have a very strong curricula, both in biotechnology and bioinformatics. We have wonderful faculty, and they really can guide students, right? This is one of our missions, right? To create public awareness, huh?
True.
And to provide bio solutions,
100%.
right, which are innovative solutions. These are going to be really innovative.
Yes.
We don't want chemicals anymore in the picture,
Yes.
right? We don't want any pollutants in the picture. We want bio solutions and innovation in this sector, right?
So true.
So our curricula is really tuned in this direction. We are constantly changing it depending on the government policies, depending on the industry needs. And fortunately for us, we have a very strong industry academia collaboration, very strong. right? So our curricula, all the points are sent to the industry. We have mentors in the industry
Okay.
who guide us and say that, you could enhance this part
Yes,
or you
yes,
could tone
yes.
down this part. And so we are going with a guided philosophy from
Yes,
the
yes,
industry
yes.
to create the, you
Awareness
know,
in the students.
awareness in the students and to create the right task force for the industry.
Perfect. Like how I just mentioned, we need industry expert leaders to come into the picture and talk more about this. But chalo, this conversation was through a part or through a POV of universities. Now I want to know, because you've been teaching and training so many students since, like you mentioned before the podcast was happening, 40 years
Yes.
is a long journey, and it also comes with lot and lot of experiences. I would like you to please elaborate one of a kind experience from a student's point of view who was not really sure about this as a career opportunity, who was not taking this as a career growth and was just taking it maybe as something as a hobby, I would rather say. From her POP, how was it different when she entered into this industry? What changes did she made, and how her life got changed?
Uh, we have about 5% of our students who become entrepreneurs.
Wow.
So our students are not just doing jobs, they're creating
They are
jobs.
creating jobs.
Okay. And they don't take very long to create the jobs. When they come in a very playful this thing. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
fortunately, we have 4 years to work with them. So they
Yes.
come very playfully, but they are very sharp. I know when I interact with students, I know that this is a sharp student. Playful initially,
Yeah.
but yes, he can be molded into an entrepreneur. He can be molded to take initiatives. He
Okay.
can be molded to be a leader, you see.
Beautiful.
And so we have a lot of students, sharp students, who have become entrepreneurs. And then once they settle and they, have a few crores turnover, we call them in as alumni
Alumni.
to
Yeah.
train our
Rest of the
younger
students.
generation, the
Yeah.
next generation.
Yes.
And so they are extremely motivational to the next generation. And
Beautiful.
from that comes out some more budding
Entrepreneurs or
entrepreneurial this
future
thing.
biotechnology
Yes,
students.
and not only entrepreneuring, those who are not, the others who are there and who cannot get into that entrepreneurial space, they are very sharp. They want to get into the industry and they progress in leaps and bounds
Yeah.
because they have advanced their skill sets,
So
right?
true. So true.
And they have given more time than was necessary in their curriculum. They
Yeah.
have given more time in research projects. The faculty are constantly doing research projects, right? And so they say, ma'am, we want to work on this research project. They come in, they put their minds, they're
Yes.
working overtime, and the outcome is simply superb.
Beautiful. Like how I mentioned in my intro, also, I told them biotechnology is no more about labs, it's more about field research, innovation,
Yes,
healthcare
yes, yes.
facilities, sustainability, and growth. And it can only come through people who have already been into this industry before and who are ready to train students to become the budding entrepreneurs.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, talking from the government point of view, is government taking an initiative? My first question. If yes, then how are they taking an initiative, and what reforms or what kind of initiatives are they taking, to train students and build a network, a chain of opportunities for them?
Yes. So I'll begin this answer by saluting the government
Oh,
for having done a wonderful job in the bioeconomy sector. You know, biotechnology for the economy, for the employment, for the environment, so many projects have come out, so many policies have come out, and biomanufacturing is being,
you know,
encouraged.
okay.
Bio hubs, bio AI hubs are being encouraged. So government is doing a lot,
Yeah.
right? And students and also the regulators of education, they are also doing a lot. That is the government again,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So education is also making many things mandatory. right? They are giving more freedom to the academic institutions to ready their children,
Yeah.
to ready the students for the industry. Now it is up to the academic institutions how they want to function, whether they just want to criticize and say, oh, it's okay, you
Yeah, yeah.
know. That is one way of
Works
looking at
anyway.
it. Yes, just go ahead because this is a semester requirement. Or they really want to put in their bit also and
Yes.
take advantage of time. Time is the
Yeah.
essence of everything, you
Of
see.
course.
Yeah, you cannot
100%.
just sit around and say, oh, I have plenty of time in this world. No, you don't
Yeah.
have,
And you
right?
can't expect the change in the country while just sitting on your
Sitting
sofa
on.
and ranting around. Not
Yes, you
possible.
cannot be armchair intellectuals.
True.
No, you have to work, you have to get out and work, right? So that happens in our faculty, that happens with our teachers, and that happens with our, automatically it percolates to the students, right?
Wow.
So they do very sharp internships during their study semesters. They are doing research projects, they are doing what is called as project based learning,
Okay. And
right?
what is that?
That is, a small project is given to them.
Okay.
That project is a problem, so it can also be called as problem based learning,
Beautiful.
right? And small clusters of students are made,
Okay.
and these clusters, they work towards a problem, and they find out innovative solutions, and then they present it, to teachers. And we have external examiners, and then we evaluate them. So they take it up very seriously,
Yeah, I get
right?
it. I get
And
it.
so they get evaluated, and then they are very happy that what they have done is part of their own work. There's full involvement of the student
And also being appreciated by the
by the
university and the
university.
teachers.
Yes. So it's a win-win for everybody. So,
100%. Now, I would like to mention something why students take their projects as only a project and finish it till the deadline is only because they're not being appreciated, not being forced, pushed, or worked upon it by the teachers or the universities. That's why they hardly keep interest in what they're doing. But at the university that you are coming from, like how you are mentioning it, with the students, the teachers, the entire faculty, or I should rather say the entire university is working along to bring a change in the society. And how you rightly said, you can't be an armchair intellectual. So one needs to just stand up, work around, make a change, expect a change, and then beautifully enjoy it.
yes.
Thank you so much. Well, coming on to one of the experiences, one of the projects, if we can talk about, the students have worked upon like problem solving skills. What changed have they created in the society in real term life?
See, some students of ours went to rural areas where the soil was not very proper. Those
Okay.
farmers were having problem with the soil, and so they couldn't make the crops
Yeah,
function.
yeah, yeah.
So what we call as a microbial consortium, huh? You'd isolate certain microbes
Okay.
from the soil, yeah. Then you find out solutions. How can you enrich the soil with a different microbial set? Yeah,
Okay.
because microorganisms play a very important role in making the soil ready for a crop,
Yes.
right? So we took it to our labs, back to our labs, and we worked on them, and we added different kinds of
Yeah,
microbes,
yes.
right? And we created a solution for
Wow.
the farmers,
Yeah.
and we told them how to rotate the crops also, right? So this was a real life thing which the students did on the farms. They went to the farms, brought it back to the labs, worked in the labs, again went back, right,
With a solution.
with a solution. Then there were lots of products, in food science and technology,
Okay.
right? We have a food science and
Yes, yes,
technology
yes.
section. So there were a lot of products that were getting wasted,
Okay.
right? So we decided that we will take products and we'll make different kinds of things. And so they made Cadbury with kokum.
Oh,
That's a gooseberry, Indian
yes, yes,
gooseberry,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
which no one will think of. But it has a very strong Indian flavor. But it added on so beautifully, they mixed it so beautifully with the cocoa of the chocolate that it was a brand new product,
And natural.
and natural, and Indian.
Made in India.
Made in India.
Yes.
Made in India, right? All of these chocolates and everything comes from abroad with flavors of, things which are made outside.
Yes.
So why not something totally Indian?
True.
Right.
So true.
So that was made. Then the student won the competitions in
Okay.
several places. He also went to IIT Delhi and for a hub of uh, innovators. Then the Confederation of Indian Industries also felicitated these students.
Beautiful.
So our students do a lot of innovation work.
Completely agree. Completely agree. But, ma'am, how are industry ready graduates different from people who are just trying to get into this industry? Are industry ready graduates very important in universities like these to, shape the future of students and, most importantly, shape the future of India where they are living?
Absolutely. See, when you have to make students industry ready, there are certain characteristics you have to remember, right? You have to skill them very well. There are certain basic fundamental skills of biotechnology and bioinformatics that must be known. There is no two ways about it.
And what is it?
Skills in the laboratory,
Okay.
skills in the laboratory, like certain areas like genomics
Okay.
needs to be known, right? These are technical terms.
I get it.
Genomics needs to be known. Then mRNA technologies need to be known.
Yes.
Then there are several others, such technologies, which are the fundamentals which the students need to know. And our students are taught in the labs. We have wonderful labs like the cell culture labs. We have plant tissue culture labs, right?
Wow.
So where they are learning different kinds of technologies, right? Which I don't think many other colleges and universities have. And we have people from other universities coming to our labs to learn.
To learn and
Yes.
also bring their students to teach them what
Yeah, so they come from different universities to
yeah.
our college,
Wow.
and our faculty are teaching them in our
That's a
laboratories,
big
right?
moment.
And again, we are also part of what is called as a virtual lab facility, which has been created by the Ministry of Higher Education.
Okay.
So here is the role of the government. But I don't know how many universities are taking advantage of this.
Oh.
Right? We have become a regional center because we are constantly working with the virtual labs. These are initiatives of the IITs, right? Where the student can do a virtual experiment. Yeah? And so there is no fear of failing, you see.
I
He's
get
doing
it.
a virtual experiment.
Yes.
So it's okay if he fails in that virtual experiment, he'll try it again, he will do it again. So these trainings make a student highly industry ready.
Wonderful.
We
Wonderfully
also
mentioned.
train the mindset.
Yeah.
We have mentorship for the students to train the mindset.
Train the mindsets in order to first find a problem and then
Yes.
work on that problem and bring up a solution that can actually change something.
Yes, certainly. First of all, to identify problems,
It's very
yes,
important.
that comes from understanding the subject very well. Again, mindset is about fear of failing, not being able to work with others,
Yeah.
being very individualistic. So we teach them these things that no, you have to learn to work with a group. Through our project based learning, as I told you,
Yes. On
we
field learning.
yeah. So
Yes.
the students work together in groups. When they
I
work
get it.
together in groups, there is,
Yes.
cooperative education, right?
100%.
So they learn to work in a group, they learn to work with others very well, and they say it's okay to fail once in a while. We will not criticize you. It's okay to fail. And then the second time, you have to learn from your
Mistakes and
failures. You
failures.
have to
Yeah.
do an error analysis. You know,
Hit and
that
trial method is
Yes,
very important.
yes. I think that most colleges forget to teach their students. Why have you failed in an experiment? You have to do the error analysis. You have to go through your experiment keenly, find out where the problems lie, and then rectify yourselves. That is true learning.
So true, so true. Well, like we just had a conversation about learnings and research and on-field ground reporting, finding a problem, then finding a solution, working on it. But is quality and research really matters in biotech? Is my like question. Also, how are universities, trying to process this quality research, on students and trying to maintain this throughout?
Yes, quality research is very, very important. And I don't know if you're saying that quality in the industry also. Are you also saying that quality in
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
industry has
Quality
to
in the
be? Yeah,
industry.
yeah. Quality control is very important, right? And fortunately, with us now, we have a lot of automation, right? Automation helps to control the quality, right? So, in our university, we are trying to do a lot to make students aware of their quality, right?
Yeah.
They cannot just pass off anything as their own work. We have checks and
Double checks
double
and
checks,
size
right?
checks. Yeah.
And then so the quality is always checked
Always
at that,
checked, always maintained. But
always maintained.
as a viewer and somebody who has this question popping up every next day, we eat food. We can't live without food. We always trying to figure it out, what is organic, what is inorganic. Where are these inorganic supplements coming in the market and destroying the health of whosoever consuming, like a drastic change in India? And ma'am, from somebody who has a experience of 40 years, how can we control this, monitor this, and most importantly bring a change in the market? Because eventually what we eat is what we show up, and if we are eating something which is inorganic, not suitable, again talking about the quality check, if it's not going under the quality research, then I mean, how are we going to survive?
Yes, that is a good question. But, you know, this culture of inorganic things coming into the food
Yeah,
has been there for several decades. You know,
I agree.
that was brought about in order to make a food surplus in the country. You know, it's not possible to do organic farming all the time. It's difficult. With a population like
Of
this,
course,
you need
densely
more
populated.
food. And how do you get more food? You put fertilizers, you put pesticides
Yeah,
onto this thing, you get more food,
yeah.
right? So, in fact, an intellectual will tell you agriculture was the first pollutant of the soil.
Oh,
Can you imagine? I mean,
no.
maybe you all will not be able to also
Yes,
think of it,
yes, yes.
right?
This is the first time I'm hearing
Hearing of such
something
a
like
thing,
this.
yes, such a thing. But the earth has its own capacity to grow food, right? You have pushed the earth beyond its capacity by introducing all kinds of molecules and chemicals, right?
Right.
And so it is very difficult. If you have to meet the needs of the entire population, that will go on. You know, this mass farming, mass agriculture,
Yeah.
it will have to go on. Whereas organic, yes, groups of people who have the means, it'll be more expensive, right?
Yes, I get
Because you
it.
have done it in a very careful manner.
100%.
It,
I get it where this is all coming from. It's all basically like the country that we are living in. It's densely populated, growing 10x faster than what we are thinking. And to maintain such an organic thing here in India is a little difficult. I'm sure government must be working on this. But again, coming back to where we have started from, finishing schools, short term skills, are they really helping students improve their skills, make them industry ready, and again, kind of
yeah,
build their career?
yes, finishing schools are good. But if you ask me, the kind of curriculum that I have in my own school,
Okay.
if a student has been very serious and has done his curriculum very well, that itself finishes his
Entire.
entire learning process and
Yes.
makes him industry ready. He need not go in. Of course, if you want to enter a specific industry, then maybe you need a finishing school for that particular industry. You
Understood.
need some specific skills
Yes,
for that
yes.
particular
Yes,
industry.
yes,
So
yes.
there a finishing school is good. But the foundations, if it is laid very well, as we would in our industry, in our college,
University,
in my
yes.
university, in my college, I lay the foundations very well. So if the foundation is built strong, then finishing schools may or may not be necessary.
It depends on the university that you are enrolled in, the
Yes,
kind
yes,
of
yes,
education that is
yes.
being empowered to you, and the learning that you are doing over a period of time. All these things, it depends whether you need a finishing school or you're not. Like you rightly said, the base of learning is very clear and transparent from the university that you are coming from. And once the base is ready, nothing else you need. So true. Ma'am, startups are becoming like a boom in
Yeah.
India. They are also bringing a lot of career opportunities, especially for biotech students and for someone who wants to become an entrepreneur. How do you see all these startups coming in, guiding students, making them or bringing a laid of foundations of career opportunities?
Yeah. So in the 2020s, India had about say 4,000 startups, right?
Right.
In the 2024, India has more than 10,000 startups in the biotechnology sector,
Sector.
right? And the government has helped to make incubation centers. The IITs have got incubation centers. So the government is doing its best, right? And I see a very good, space, you know. If I know of many of my students who have gone to the incubation centers and who have been supported, we have supported them through knowledge sharing, and they have gone and they have set up their own industries.
Yes, like you
And
rightly mentioned, they have become the
they
entrepreneurs.
have become entrepreneurs, right?
Right.
And so I think it is going very well. The startup industry is doing very well. Startups are doing very well. They need to be very focused, and the government needs to support them as and how it goes.
As they're rightly doing now.
Yes, rightly doing it.
Beautiful. Okay. Ma'am, there are few things that we want to talk about from a student point of view, because I consider myself as a Gen Z. I have recently got graduated. I was looking for career opportunities, and clearly, while I was graduating, biotech, bioinformatics did not come in my mind because, first thing, no one really introduced me to, and secondly, I had no knowledge about it, and I did not knew where to go, how to learn, what opportunities are coming my way, if at all I am learning and going to a university like this.
So yeah, so your main question is how do I create the awareness? Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
because you did not know about biotechnology and bioinformatics, right? See what happens with science students, especially those who take biology, they are always aspiring to do medicine,
Yeah.
as if there is nothing else.
Yes.
But now let me tell students that besides education in medicine, here's a whole wonderful canvas that you can paint through education in biotechnology and bioinformatics, because this is very advanced, very technical, and mind you, the medical doctors are now looking at bioinformaticians and to the biotechnologists for new precision medicine, something which the medical doctors cannot think of, right? For precision medicine, for preventive medicine, right? For predictive medicine.
True.
All of this is done by the biotechnologists and bioinformatics. So, jolly well, biotechnology and bioinformatics could be your first choice over even medicine. Medicine is the traditional aspiration,
Yes.
but now here is the new inspiration for biotechnology and bioinformatics.
100%. You can bring a change in the society,
You
and
can bring a change in the society in a good amount, in a short time,
yes.
and keep with the national aspiration also.
I don't want this conversation to end this here, but we are really going out of time. So my last question to you would be, Jate Jate, please tell all of us and the viewers who are watching, why do you think biotechnology, bioinformatics should be treated as a national urgency for India and students?
Yes, it should be treated, just as I told you before, it should be treated as a national emergency actually, and an urgency, because India needs to be at the top of global biomanufacturing, global biopharmaceutical industry.
Yes,
India needs to be at the top. We
100%.
have the infrastructure, we have the mindset, we have the capabilities, we need the task force. And who else but you youngsters
Yeah.
should come in and do the task force, learn the subject and be the task force and rise the nation, and along with it, rise yourselves up to do meaningful work, which is high tech, even better than just simple medicine, which takes a long time. This you can do in a much shorter period. And you can do startups, you can do business modules, you can join the industry. Lots and lots of industry are coming into India. They want India, the Indian students to perform, and India is, I think, the best place to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
So,
Rise and shine, and India and the students here in India have got a lot and lot of potential in themselves. The only problem that is happening here where we are staying is students are only going in single direction, and only few are able to reach their destiny. The rest are just wasting their time thinking there's only one opportunity. But conversations like these are only happening to create an awareness amongst you all, so that you can find that full potential in you and create something of your own, build something of your own, and most importantly, create a magic in yourself, in the society, and uplift all of us together. So I don't want to, but I have to bid goodbye to you until next time.
thank you
But
so
I am very grateful that you were here and you have created a big awareness amongst all of us. Even the people who are behind the production, they also got to know what exactly is biotechnology, bioinformatics, how is it going to shape your future, is it really important for your career opportunity, and lots more. So for all my budding entrepreneurs and biotechnology students, this one is for you. I want to see you somewhere shining really bright like a star. And I shall see you until next time. This was your host, Shifta Khan. I'm signing off. Until next time. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much.